from the economic survey of this year: agriculture and food management, from food security to nutrition security. Now, the Indian agriculture sector has been growing at an average annual growth rate of 4.6% during the last 6 years. During 2021 to 22, agricultural exports reached an all-time high of $50.2 billion US dollars, a growth of 18% year on year. Now, the government has been promoting organic farming by implementing two dedicated schemes, that is Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana and Mission Organic Value Chain for the Northeast region. Since 2015 through cluster or farmer producer organization formation. Further, Bharatiya Prakritik Krishi Paddhati, which is a sub-scheme of Pradhan Mantri Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana, was launched to assist farmers in adopting traditional indigenous practices for encouraging all forms of ecological farming, including zero-budget natural farming. Now, record production for food grains. 2022 witnessed an early heat wave during the wheat harvesting season, adversely affecting its production. Plus, decline in the sown area for paddy cultivation too in the Kharif season due to delayed monsoon and deficit rainfall. First advanced estimates for 2022-23, that is Kharif only, total food grains production of 149.9 million tons. Could have been 150 million tons. Total production of Kharif rice during 2022-23 is estimated to be around 104.9 million tons. Now, MSP to ensure returns over cost of production. Government has been increasing MSP for all 22 Kharif, Rabi and other commercial crops with a margin of at least 50% over all India weighted average cost of production. Enhanced access to agricultural credits. By 2022, banks have issued Kisan credit cards to 3.89 crore eligible farmers. The Government of India has already extended the KCC facility to fisheries and animal husbandry farmers. Modified interest subvention scheme to provide short-term credit to farmers at subsidized interest rates. Now, a short-term agricultural loan up to 3 lakh rupees is available at 7% per annum to farmers engaged in agricultural and other allied activities. Now, farm mechanization, which is a key to improving productivity. Under the submission on agricultural mechanization, state governments are being assisted in training and demonstrating agricultural machinery, plus helping farmers procure various farm machineries and equipments, setting up custom hiring centers. Now, chemical-free India, organic and natural farming. India has 44.3 lakh organic farmers, the highest in the world, and about 59.1 lakh hectare area was bought under organic farming by 21-22. Sikkim has become the first state in the world to become fully organic. Two dedicated schemes by the government, that is Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana and Mission Organic Value Chain Addition for Northeast region. Now, Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana scheme is being implemented in a cluster mode with minimum 20 hectare size of land. Financial assistance of 50,000 rupees per hectare for 3 years is provided to the farmer. Sub-scheme for Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana, Bharatiya Prakritik Krishi Paddhati for encouraging all forms of ecological farming including zero-budget natural farming. Under Namami Gange program, a 1.2 lakh hectare area has been covered under organic farming. Other important initiatives for agricultural. Now, PM Kisan scheme, which is a central sector scheme, financial benefit of 6,000 rupees per year is transferred into the bank account of farmer families through DBT. Benefit, it has successfully provided assistance of more than 2 lakh crore rupees to crores of needy farmers. Now, Agricultural Infrastructure Fund is a financing facility for the creation of post-harvest management infrastructure and community farm assets, with benefit including 3% interest subvention and credit guarantee support. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, minimal financial burden on farmers, with farmers paying only 1.5% and 2% of the total premiums for Rabi and Kharif crops respectively, which means 1.5% is for the Rabi crops and 2% is for the Kharif crops, with central and state governments bearing most of the premium cost. Now, the scheme is being implemented on an area approach basis, that is, losses due to localized risks of hailstorm, landslide, inundations, etc., are calculated on individual insured farm basis. Largest crop insurance scheme in the world in terms of farmers' enrollment, averaging 5.5 crore applications every year, and the third largest in terms of premium received. National Crop Insurance Portal has been developed to handle all grievances from end to end. Complaints and queries capturing through multiple modes, farmer authentication and online ticket forwarding to concerned company, online escalation as per escalation matrices, updation of resolution details, MIS and dashboard for data analysis, API based connectivity to insurance companies. Stratified grievance redressal mechanism, which is district level grievance redressal committees and state level grievance redressal committees. Mission for integrated development of horticulture. The interventions include introducing improved varieties and quality seeds, incentives for plantation crops, cluster development, post harvest management. The government has identified 55 horticulture clusters, of which 12 have been selected for cluster development program on pilot basis. This program is designed to leverage the geographical specialization of horticulture clusters and promote integrated and market led development of pre production, production, and post harvest activities, including the entire supply chain. National Agricultural Market, that is ENAM scheme, it is an online transparent competitive bidding system to ensure farmers get remunerative prices for their produce. Government provides free software and assistance of 75 lakhs per APMC Mandi for related hardware, including quality assaying equipments and creation of infrastructure like cleaning, grading, sorting, packaging, compost unit, etc. Climate smart farming practices. The farmers have been incentivized to transfer electricity generated through solar to local grids. Crop yield production models using artificial intelligence and drones for monitoring soil and crop health have been initiated. International Year of Millets 2023, India produces more than 50 million tons as per fourth advanced estimates of millet, which accounted for 80% of Asia's and 20% of global production. The global average yield is 1,229 kilograms per hectare, whereas India has a higher average yield of 1,239 kilograms per hectare, which is 10 kilograms per hectare extra. In India, millets are primarily a kharif crop, mostly grown in rain-fed conditions requiring less water. Under the National Food Security Missions, millets have been introduced to provide nutritional support. Indian Institute of Millet Research has incubated 250 startups under the RKVY Raftar. Now, animal husbandry. The livestock grew at compound annual growth rate of 7.9% during the 2014-15 to 2020-21 period. The contribution to total agricultural GVA at constant prices have increased from 24.3% in 2014-15 to 30.1% in 2020-21. Committee on Doubling Farmers' Income 2018 considers dairying, livestock, poultry, fishing, horticulture as high growth engines. Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. Central government provides 3% interest subvention to borrowers and credit guarantee up to 25% of the total borrowings. National Livestock Mission Scheme has been restructured, focuses on entrepreneurship development and breed improvement in poultry, sheep, goat, piggery, including feed and fodder development. Livestock Health and Disease Control Scheme, preventing and containing animal diseases of economic and zoonotic importance by vaccination. National Animal Disease Control Program, to control foot and mouth disease and tuberculosis by complete vaccination of livestock. Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana, to drive sustainable and responsible development of fisheries sector while ensuring socio-economic development of fishers, fish farmers, and fish workers. Dedicated Fisheries and Aquaculture Infrastructure Development Fund. सरकार से समृद्धि, from cooperation to prosperity. New National Cooperation Policy and Multi-State Cooperative Societies Amendment Bill 2022. Bill focuses on electoral reforms, strengthening governance and transparency, reforming the composition, meetings and memberships of the board, enabling the raising of funds by cooperative sector, strengthening monitoring mechanism, enhancing ease of doing business, etc. Some facts about cooperative societies. There are 8.5 lakh registered cooperatives in the country, having more than 29 crore members, and 98% of the villages are covered by primary agricultural credit societies, that is PACS. Currently, around 19% of the agriculture finance is through cooperative societies. A full fledged Ministry of Cooperation was established in July 2021. Food processing sector, which is the sunrise sector, annual survey of industries of 2019-20, 12.2% of persons registered manufacturing sector were employed in food processing sector. The value of agri-food exports, including processed food exports, was about 10.9% of India's total export during 2021-22. Current logistics challenges, uneven geographic distribution of cold storage infrastructure also contributes to regional level disparities. Logistical barriers relating to connectivity also pose supply side challenges. Probability of exports from India getting rejected increases with the lack of adequate cold chain infrastructure. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana, 677 projects have been completed till 31st of December 2022. Prime Minister's formalization of micro food processing enterprises scheme. The aim is to provide financial, technical, and business support for upgradation and setting up of 2 lakh micro units in the country. The scheme adopts one district, one product approach to reap the benefits of scale in procuring inputs using shared services and marketing products. Production Link Incentive Scheme for Food Processing Industry has specific mandate to incentivize investments to create global food champions. Sectors with high growth potentials like marine products, processed fruits and vegetables, and ready to eat, ready to cook products are covered for support. Now, the total food subsidy released by the Government of India since 2014-15, we see that there is a marked increase in 2021 figures, COVID responsible. 2021-22 also marked a substantial increase from the 19-20 figures. And we see that we cannot say that there is a marked increase or decrease. It has been fluctuating. However, the general trend is that it has been increasing, except for these two anomalies in 2021 and 21-22. Krishi Udan 2.0, Airport Authority of India provides a full waiver of landing, parking, terminal navigation landing charges, and route navigation facility charges for Indian freighters and P2C, that is passenger to cargo aircrafts, under Krishi Udan 2.0. That'll be it for this chapter.